Hello, shell buddies. Welcome back to the Eshway Bijou channel. I'm Michelle of Eshway Bijou, but I go by Mitch because Mitch shells. In case you are wondering, yes, that is how you pronounce it. Eshway Bijou. It's French for washed ashore jewelry. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to actually do a nice how-to project that goes a little slower without all the high-speed stuff so that everybody can actually work along with us and make the same thing. Ooh, ah. Such a dork. I know. We start crafting. I have a couple of really quick channel announcements for you guys. Okay, announcement number 1. I'm getting together, if you're in the area, come and let's go shelling day. And that is going to be on August the 1st when we have a full moon coming called the Sturgeon Moon. And it will be a sunset, low tide. So that'll give you the day to get things done and then get on down to the beach and get some parking in. And we're going to try to hit both Paso Grill and Fort DeSoto at the same time. We'll probably have to start at DeSoto first because the park does close at sunset with gates, whereas at Paso Grill we don't have to contend with that. So August the 1st, and I will have some more announcements coming very soon on time, parking lot, where to meet up. But since it is going to be a sunset, low tide, it should be a really, really nice late afternoon, evening out there. And announcement number 2. My good buddy, my shell sister down there in Sanibel, Sherman. Hey, babe, how are you at Southwest Florida Beach Life? Sherman is going to be doing another fundraiser to help raise money for the Sanibel area. And I can tell you from going down there personally a couple of weeks ago, y'all haven't seen the video yet from it, but oh, what a gut check. I mean, along the beaches, there was hardly anybody. The condos are boarded up still, having been under 15 feet of water when the storm surge came in. The parking lots are blocked with temporary fencing still. A lot of the businesses in Sanibel and Fort Myers did get wiped right off that beach. So since my friend Sherman is such a good person and she's going to raise some more money for folks down there, she already had one auction not too long ago. She's going to do another one this summer. And I will be pulling things out of the Eshway Bijou store to send down there for that auction, as well as sending her something extra special. It's just, specific to that area. So, yes, please, I know things are a little crazy in this world right now, but you have to remember what a complete and total beating that we took here. I'm 2.5 hours north and we still have blue tarps on a lot of roofs around here. It's a little worse down there, and I was a bit taken aback. I mean, I knew it was bad. I just wasn't expecting that. So cheers for Sherman and for her auction, and if you can help out in any way possible, we would totally all appreciate it down here. Florida strong, we're coming back. It's just taken a minute, a category 4 that was this close to a 5, oh my. I can't even tell you how insane that was to live through that, evacuate through it, and come back crying and crossing my fingers, just hoping I had a place to live still. And there's a lot of folks that came back and did not. So whatever you can do, reach into your hearts and help everybody, Sherman and myself included, and everybody else from Florida, we truly appreciate that. And thank you so much for your generosity. Now, we have a 4th of July holiday coming up here pretty soon, next couple of weeks, and a lot of people are going to be at the beach with their families and friends, cooking out, splashing, and having fun, and picking neat stuff up off the beach. So let's show you a cool project that you can do with the kids and grandkids, that you can actually do something with those shells that you found. And I'm just going to pick this up and show you this. I'm trying to keep the light from glaring at you in the reflection in here, but here we go. Here's a nice little frame made with some really cool shells that I brought home from a couple of different beaches. And this is actually a photo I took a little while ago from a series of photos that I took that are called Crows Are Jerks. There was 2 of them out there that morning, dive bombing this poor heron, just relentless, relentless. And I was like 10 feet away with my cell phone, so I snapped a bunch of pictures really quick and got all these shots. But yeah, crows are jerks, man. I am not a fan. Never mind about the crows. Let's have some more fun with the shells. Let's go make something fun. Let's make a frame. Okay, to get started for this project, there are a few things that you are going to want and need in order to accomplish this. First and foremost, a new frame. Here you go. A 5x7. And this one had a little included mat, this cream colored mat. They didn't have a lot of white frames to choose from, and I really wanted white because it goes nicely with coastal decor. But if you can't find a white frame or don't want one, or it doesn't match your house, by all means pick out a different color. You're going to need photos. Here's some more of the crows or jerks photos. You're going to need some cardstock, and this is to just cut and put behind the photo so that it, just supports it in there a little bit. A paper trimmer, some scissors, and of course, shells. You're definitely going to want some shells to put down on the corner of the frame. I also have a pencil, and this is a Cricut weeding tool, but I use it to break open plastic and stuff like that. And then I also have a little pair of tweezers with a flat end on them, and that's for bending the tabs at the back of the frame down. I have my hot glue gun and some hot glue sticks here, and I like to set my hot glue gun on a coaster just in case it gets hot. And I have this little tray that I put underneath. It's just a little piece of plastic that I put under here in case the melt from the glue drips a couple of places. And then this is double-sided adhesive for scrapbooking and whatnot. And I think I have it upside down. There we go. And this is a permanent adhesive that's acid-free, so it won't alter the colors of your photos at all. And that's what we need to get started. Let's start out by getting this frame opened up and getting the plastic wrap off of it so we can see what we have to work with here. And this is just from Hobby Lobby, Michael's, any place like that is going to have these kinds of frames. I'm going to go ahead and take this sticker that's on the back off of there. Just, cleans up the back, makes it look a little nicer. There we go. And we'll throw that stuff away. Okay. Now you'll see these little tabs on the side. I'm just folding those up so that you can get the backing out of the frame like that. There we go. There's also a paper that comes from the frame. And then remember that mat I mentioned? That is going to actually stay in there. So there we have our open frame. If you have any dust or whatever on the inside of this, now is a great time to clean that off. Using your paper trimmer, cut one of the pieces of cardstock into two 5x7 pieces and mount a photo to them with your tape runner. And you can see I'm using a paper towel to smooth that down so that I don't leave fingerprints and streaks all over the photo. And then we're going ahead and putting it inside the frame. Now I did glue those two pieces of yellow together with the tape runner before I did this step and added the photo. Now we're going to put the back of the frame on, and we're going to use the little tweezer tool with that flat back to just fold those tabs down so that you don't hurt the ends of your fingers doing so. And there we go. There's the second one. And there's the third. And once we have all the tabs bent down, we're all set and our photo part is assembled, and we will be ready to go ahead and add some shells to this frame in just a minute. And it already looks great, but it'll be even better once we get the shells applied to it. Now that we have their picture in here, I'm going to start laying some of these shells around just to see what looks good and how I like them arranged. Right here I have some worm snails that I'm attaching to the corner just to give the the frame a little bit of, vertical element, little visual interest. That gives us a nice little spray right there. And we'll go ahead and add some of these scallops in. Now I'm going to mess around with these a little bit and decide where I think they look the best. Then I'm going to apply them onto the frame using the hot glue. So there's our first one going down, and that's going to set me up to be able to add some of the other ones in succession. Oh, I like that bigger one. That's really nice. And that little purple, how cute. And just play with them. Just see what looks good. See where things will sit nicely. See how the arrangement looks. And if you're happy with it, then you can go ahead and glue the next shell in place. And you're going to just keep building off of that until you get your corner of this frame covered. So I've got that bigger base scallop on there now. And there's that really cool yellowish orange one. I like that one a lot. We'll have to find a place where it sits well though, because the shape is a little deep on that one. I didn't want to sit flat. I'm adding a little more glue to the bottom of that base scallop to keep the bottom in place as well, to give us a nice solid foundation to keep building this little shell sculpture on. Okay, there goes our rest of our glue for scallop number 2. And if you get any extra, see I'm just picking that off of there with the Cricut tool. It's a great little tool for just getting the little extra bits of glue out of there so that you don't have gobs of it all over the place. There's our next scallop going into place, and I'm sort of just finalizing how I want this to look. And I'm liking the addition of, we have the brown, the red, the purple, the yellow, the orange. So there's just a nice variety of colors going on this little frame. But if you wanted a different look, you could certainly take all white shells, or you could take the shells that you like based on shape and spray paint them all white and add them too. But I like these natural looking shells. I like the colors on them. They're vibrant and they're pretty, and they just make me happy when I look at them. Now I'm happy with how this is coming out, but I want to add some more variety to it. So here I'm going to add an auger in there just to change the texture of it up a little bit, give it a little more interest. There really is no right or wrong way to do this. It's more or less just based on what you have for shells, what you think looks good. And I dry fit everything a little bit beforehand. I'll put something in place, decide whether or not I like it before I put the glue on it. Then if I like it, then I will go ahead and glue it into place. And you can see here I'm going to mount that little auger there between those two scallops. And I'm just going to hold it for a few seconds so that the glue has a chance to cool a little bit and it holds into place and doesn't slump or tip over. Just hold it on to it for a few seconds, no worries at all, and as soon as it's cool, it won't be going anywhere. Okay, that looks great. Let's see if we can add a few more. Look at this cute, oh, I just dropped it. Look at that cute little horse conch there. We'll add that one in as well. A little bubble in the corner. And there's a boring turret snail. We're going to add that up a little higher. Looking good so far. Let's see. Do I think it needs more? Yeah, maybe a couple. Let's dig through the shell bag and see if there's some more little things in there that might actually dress this up just a tiny bit more. I like the size variety. I like adding the smalls in with the bigger ones, and it makes your design look more balanced and just look prettier. So I'm just taking little shells and now just fitting them in where there's a little extra space. I found a small little crossbarred Venus, a little tiny Cantharus shell. I have a small olive there, a little piece of coral. Basically just adding small shells now to fill in around the bigger ones. I also added that little coquina that was hinged because it looked like a cute butterfly. But I let the glue get a little cool before I applied it. So I am now going to take it back off of here because it wasn't sticking very well. And I'm going to take the glue out of the back of that coquina shell, both those pieces, and then I'll go ahead and remount that on the frame. Working with this glue is kind of hot, so this time I got smarter and actually held the piece of the shell in a pair of tweezers. Then that allows me to go ahead and move it around and manipulate it without getting my fingers singed. Ah, there we go. Much better. Perfect. Let's see, what else are we going to add to this cute little assembly here? Let's add this cute little spiral pearlescent one to it. That one is adorable. We'll add that to the frame. And most of this is filling up nicely. I don't have a lot of other spaces that I want to fill. I'm just going to put a couple more pieces in. Ooh, that's cute. I like that olive right there. That works. Yep, that's getting added to it as well. Actually, maybe I'm going to put that crossbarred Venus there and put the olive higher up. That looks cute. Just scraping a little bit of the glue from my goof up earlier. It happens, but hot glue will take and remove easily. There's a cute little top snail. I'm going to put him on there. I like the olive. I'm going back for the olive. So let's get that olive glued into place. Oh yeah, I love that. That looks great. Very nice. I don't think I will use the top snail, actually. I'll put him back in the bag for another day. But our butterfly needs help. He needs something to make him look like a butterfly body. I'm going through my extra pieces and bits from Stump's Pass, and I'm looking for something specific. I want a little mouth plate from a stingray, and that'll make a cute little butterfly body. That's what I'm going to apply to the center of that next. There we go. Ah, super cute. Love that. Very nice. I think we're just about done with this composition. There's not very many more little spaces that need filling. Maybe just one or two. You know what? I'm leaving it. I like it the way it is. It came out lovely. How cute. Let's give the impression of movement with the butterfly by making a little dash swirly line. Oh, that's adorable. Okay, I love that. Super cute. Now it's time to grab the Mod Podge and seal these shells and bring their color up a little bit. So don't get your brush soaking wet with this. You just need to apply a light coat to it, and you don't want it to drip and run. This Mod Podge that I'm using comes out of a pump spray bottle, so it's not triple thick like the other stuff in the jar is. So it will run out of your brush. So all I do is just get the brush a little bit wet and gently go over the shells with a thin coating of them, just enough to give them like a wet look on the surface. See, we don't want to apply too much, just a little bit on that brush, and then gently, carefully go around and along the shells, give them each a little bit of that to gloss them up a little bit, shine them up a little bit, intensify their colors a little bit. Oh, that looks so pretty. Just the littlest bit, though. We don't need a thick gob of it. Just a nice little bit on your brush, and work slowly. Try not to leave any air bubbles or streaks or miss any spots. But the Mod Podge liquid, I find the pump spray liquid is really nice for doing this. It gives you great control with the paintbrush without getting too much of it on there and then having to wait for like a whole day for it to dry. By using the thinner liquid version and applying it with a brush carefully with a light coating, it'll be dry within just a couple of hours and ready for you to put on the shelf. And here, I'll just show you real quick what I'm using. It's Mod Podge Ultra in a satin finish. Not glossy and not dull. And there we have it. There's our frame with our coat of Mod Podge. See how it brightened the colors of the shells up? And see our cute little dash line there for the coquina? Oh, this is super duper sweet. I can't wait to put this on my shelf. Nice. Once the Mod Podge is dry, you're ready to just put this on your shelf or your wall or wherever it is that you'd like to enjoy it. I think I'm going to put this one in my living room because this picture of this crazy crow attacking this heron just cracks me up for some reason. I don't know what it is about it, but I love it. And the shell frame came out great. How cool. Wasn't that fun? It's always so great when you can take things that you find on the beach and bring them home and make something really amazing and a really nice keepsake out of. And speaking of that, if you don't have the tools, don't have the space, don't have the shell selection, or don't have the faith in your own abilities to make things like this, then by all means get a hold of me, because I do take custom work. You can have custom shadow box made, custom picture frames made, even a custom piece of jewelry being made. So let me know if you need some help along those lines. Work with you, no problem at all. And my contact information is down in my description for my email and my store site. Now stay tuned, because coming up on this channel, we're going to have more projects like this where it's like you're sitting in the craft room right next to me and making things right along with. And we also have some really fun new places that you haven't before seen, and new shells that we haven't before seen, new identification on shells and on fossils. So stay tuned to the channel and take a look at some of the fun that we have coming up next. Good morning from Ted Sperling, if we can ever get into the place. Good morning from Sanibel Island. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Morning, crabby friend.
Ready?
Oh my god, it's falling apart in my hand.
Yeah.
More shelling, more fossils, more critters, more creating, all coming your way this summer and beyond. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next week.